Probably because it has the AC running at almost full blast. Which saggers? Hey Lisa, how you doing from Warden City? What's going on, Southern Ontario? Hey Southern, yeah, so good to see you too. It's been a while. All right. We're heading back to Venice. Oh yeah, hey David, I saw you just commented on it. Oh, it's Bobby. Oh yeah, I remember you. Remember that. I'm gonna turn around here. Might hit some rain on the way home. You'll never know. I looked at the new Note 10 came out, for Samsung. Hey Terrence, what's going on? And it was like the payments were like $35 a month. I'm like, that's not bad. That's like less than what the Note 9 was, but it was for 3 years and not for 2. Not that I need a new phone, but it's like more than double the price I paid for this thing. Oh, actually, it did not. It put out a flower bract and it aborted all the seed. Maybe it's all on the ground. I didn't notice it, but I'll have to come back on Thursday and check it out. Check out this grill. Anyone want a grill like that? It's just leaning to one side. It's so rusted out. Some cool bromeliads there. This Butia came back from the dead. It had rot in the crown. Oh, that sun's gonna be brutal in like 20 minutes. I guess it's better than having it directly in my face. Bobby, talking about the sun or the Siagras? It's just a queen palm. It's been there for probably 25 or 30 years. Oh, the barbecue. I know, there's a lot of metal scrappers around here. I didn't get the chance to go there this time, Zach. Hopefully next time I can do that. Should we drink a Diet Coke first or soda first? It's all dactylifera, I believe. Anal bump. Interesting names here. There's a tropical storm called Dorian out in the Atlantic, and it's going to come through as a storm through like the mid Lesser Antilles, and it's going to kind of track northwestward into Island of Hispaniola, and it's going to come out as a depression on the other side, apparently. Here, I'm going to do my admin stuff here. Anal bum party is going to be in timeout for a little while. So, you want to come on my channel and make ridiculous names and say things and like try and subtly troll? It's not going to work out well for you. I actually find it funny, but I can't run a channel that has that on it. Yeah. He's free to have an anal bum party all he wants, but not on my channel. Okay. Yeah, my concern is that the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico are quite warm this time of year, and it can regenerate pretty fast. I'm not really concerned about like a category 1 or 2. It's just 3 or more is where it really starts to get kind of where you like will lose power Probably getting way ahead of myself, but it's kind of checking the same track as Irma, maybe a little bit northerly at the moment, but yeah, this time of year, August, September, and early October has the highest water temperatures in the Gulf. We get up, into the 90s even. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I came down here for 2 days, my first time in 3 months being down here. I came to an amicable agreement between all parties involved. And was there really a seltzer commercial? That's really good advertising there. Like, this guy's gonna drink seltzer during his stream, so sorry about the glare, everyone. It'll be gone probably. I have to drive into it for another 5 minutes total, including if, like, we're almost done here now, then I gotta drive for a few more minutes to Birdstore Road. So oh, that's a good question, Bobby. Very soon. In fact, some are already available in Miami, but the thing is, getting down there just to get the seeds. Yeah, I'm not sure why they started putting ads in the live stream. I think that might be a new YouTube thing. I mean, it does benefit me. Like, if you guys watch the ads, it does benefit me as a streamer. But like, I do make a little bit of money off this channel, but it's not insignificant. But it fills up my gas tank like twice. So yeah, before the stream started. I haven't encountered that. I haven't watched a live stream in a little while, but maybe a few weeks. I think we will hit this rain pocket here. Is that Mercedes for sale? Oh, man. I might have to go take a look at that. Yeah, we will get to see some palms for sure. Oh, I really want to see if that's a diesel. I'm going to guess it's not, though. Those blue techs. Really, the palms you'll see are the palms in the drive. I'm going to miss this light. Yeah, there really wasn't a lot of people on the street when I filmed it, but I've just learned to just not pay attention to other people when I'm filming, because if I do, then I'll stop, and then I ruin, the whole process. I guess, yeah. Zach, are you giving an early warning for the hurricane? When you first... Oh, yeah, Washington. Yeah, there's Washingtons everywhere in Florida. Don't worry. Yeah, there's all types of channels. You never know when you're going to meet someone who actually... There's probably, there's plenty of YouTube vloggers in Florida that probably have over 1 million subscribers. Not plenty, but there's probably a decent number of them. There's actually a guy who does a car channel. His name is Chris Fix. He has like 5 million subscribers. But he never shows his face. But he's so good, everyone kind of wonders who he is. I mean, he has shown his face a couple times, but it's very rare. Yeah, those with the what's it called, the Load microphone, I think is the brand. But the sun is almost too low. It's gonna clear us a little bit. Yeah, Danny Duncan. Forgot about that guy. Most of the vloggers I watch are poker vloggers, so you guys probably would not know who they are. I do watch a couple other vlogs. We got Jeeps for sale too, jeez. I know, it's serious clickbait. I know, I'm guilty of that. Put my sunglasses on for this. I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to. car for sale, I assume. No. And now I'm swerving because I looked at that car. Gonna end up on Live PD. It's new. Hey, Silvio Medrano, I am in Florida. Where are you from? This new condo complex you guys saw on the left, that's been around for about a year and a half now. Out of nowhere, really, too. There is one place I can drive by, actually. I will drive by for you guys. Since you asked about palms, obviously this is a palm channel. Oh, you're in Miami. Oh, nice. So I do a lot of work there. You know, I mostly in Kendall and Redland. And there's a cop trapping speed right there next to me. I was not speeding. I am, David, driving from Cape Coral to Venice. Should be able to get to these plants before it gets too dark so you can kind of see them in the light. Oh, you live in Kendall, okay. Well, I'll tell you this, Silvio, if you want to drive on Miller between 122nd and 127th Avenue on the north side, you'll see a large property with huge palms and cycads over a green lattice, like a green netted diamond fence. I don't know how close you are to that area. That's not, I guess it's technically like Kendale Lakes. But it's just west of the turnpike on Miller. Oh, the seedlings have 2 to 3 leaves. I was just, yeah, horse country. It's nice because it used to stay on. A lot of my videos were filmed there. 12 people we have now. Let's keep it going. So in case anyone is interested in reading a book that I wrote, I just put up on pre-order. It'll be released September 9th on Kindle and probably in about a month thereafter on paperback. A book about my life as a poker player and game runner. If you want the link to it, you can Google it. You can type in the name Liam as a like Liam and the last name Teller. Look it up on books and Amazon. You'll see the pre-order price is only $5.99, and once it goes live, it goes up to I don't know if it's $7.99 or $8.99. But never heard of Fairchild. I don't think the hurricane's going to be coming, but there's always a chance. I told my mom that Irma wasn't coming because she was getting nervous about it. This used to be just a field, and then they rerouted traffic now. I don't know why this is one lane, because it appears to be done. But I see rain here. I can actually show you guys. You see this? Like clouding going on here? That's actually rain that is happening right now. Oh, sorry guys. This magnet situation is nice. It took me 3 years to finish the book from start to finish. I didn't even know I was writing a book until I put it on a Word document. It was 330 pages. Yeah, Hurricane Charlie wreaked havoc right around here. A lot of houses got real messed up. Yeah, this is not a good spot for a hurricane to land. It's low-lying land. Venice is not as bad. Where my sister's house is almost 20 feet in elevation, so it's definitely raining over there. Drive you guys past these plants, hopefully. Bob, there are some, like there's areas of St. Pete that are like 40 to 45 feet in elevation. And it seems like they do kind of have like that slippery, like the cold weather stays away from. Now, 13 now, my lucky number. Other areas of Central Florida, like the Lake Wales Ridge, that runs from basically Sebring all the way up north of I-4. It's like 20, 30 feet in height. It's like the only hill that is that far south in Florida. Get a few droplets of rain here. Got brand new wiper blades. Not worried about that though. Yeah, Sylvia. When Irma came, there were people in Miami driving over to Naples to go get supplies at like Home Depot, but they found that the Naples Home Depot really wasn't the place to go because people in Naples were preparing too. That's where it ended up making landfall. So it didn't work out too well. But so I'm just trying to settle this so it's. Yeah, Lake Wales is probably the highest point like south of in peninsular Florida, but the Panhandle has higher points for sure. I have a friend that has a house at 130 feet of elevation, and he's at the base of a lake, so it's another 40 feet above that. So it's like more like the top of the hill is like 175 feet. Yeah, Lake Okeechobee. Oh, here we go. Here's the rain. Key West is so used to it though. But yeah, I also have a lot of seedlings for sale that are really good for like the zone 9 climates. I just want to. I have way too many. Well, not way too many. I want to make some room for. I have to make room for my Saponaria seedlings. Because I will, Zach. I can't get everything because it's raining and I'm on a 2-lane, non-divided highway. Yeah, we've had quite a bit in Venice. It's been pretty intense. I'll see if even here in Cape Coral, it's been pretty bad from what I hear. Although I don't think it's been as bad in Venice. It's been even worse. I think it's been worse the further north you go. All right, I don't need my sunglasses anymore. Oh, what kind? Yeah, so I might have Causiarum for you, and I believe Bermudiana. Bermudiana is going to be very cool hardy too because it's from Bermuda. Oh wow, I didn't realize that Atlantic Beach and Jacksonville were that high above sea level. That's actually pretty impressive considering the area. Alright. It's like we're kind of dried up here, so we should have just whoa. You guys did not see that, but I just saw multiple cloud to ground lightning strikes. Yeah, Terrence, my palm, if you want to go on Facebook and look up just Faulkner's Palms, it has a list of all the seeds I have. And I update that site first, and then I'll update stuff like Palm Talk, Instagram sometimes. I find Instagram's better for international sales. You guys might see some ponding of water here on the right-hand side. One of the downsides of this, let me see if I can't center this a little bit. If I don't get the magnet like really centered on the phone, especially on this road, it's gonna move around a little bit. I can't afford to have this phone drop because it's only halfway paid off. My Instagram is just Faulkner's Palms, just all lowercase. I don't post a whole lot on there, but I do. Like I go on there and I get notifications, so if you message me there, I can respond. It's probably the most direct, easy way to get a hold of me, I would say, besides like text message. But I get so many texts from random things that I probably check Instagram more Like I take it more seriously. Yeah, my dad just got an S10e, and he was so excited because he had just regular S7, and a lot has changed since 2016. I passed over the S8 and the S9 like regular because I felt like the profile of them was too long. They were too like they weren't wide enough. I mean, or they were either too long or not wide enough. Either way you want to look at it. So. Yeah, S Plus, they're nice phones. I know someone that has them. I personally I don't like the way that like you have to watch videos and they're just too long for me, I guess. Yeah, I think they want you to think that they're obsolete, but they're not actually obsolete. Like I could still do almost everything I want to on an S7 or S6. S5 is kind of pushing it. Ashley broke her phone and I bought her an S5 as a cheap, like temporary replacement. Lack of bezels, yeah. Yeah, because if they can sell everybody or sell a certain percentage of the population a new phone every year, then they're going to do it. All right, so we're almost by those plants. Hopefully, we can kind of see what's going on with them. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like either. I don't like I like the screen to just be a square. I don't want like I know the iPhones had the X had that. I don't know what is the newest iPhone? The XS Max, is that, or the XS? Hey Eric, how's it going? All right. One thing you take for granted. Look at all these Washingtonians, Zach. Oh, there's a couple. They're really poorly taken care of. I went on the wrong road. I just went the wrong, not the fastest way, I guess. Doesn't matter though. Does not matter. The XR? Okay. The XR I think is the small version because Emma has an XR. Ashley has an iPhone 8 because she's still on. She gets to upgrade. I guess what is that? It's been 2 years in a couple months, so she'll probably get a new XS. She probably won't get the newest phone because just like they want so much money for like $54 a month for a phone, just for the phone, not for the plan. I remember when they were under like $30 for like the S7 Edge was like $31. I was like, oh man. All right, so I can't show you the exact address of this thing, so I've actually had to delete a video because I showed the address one time. I don't want to have to delete it. You guys have probably seen this before, but yeah, just totally shaved head. I have this problem where I managed to like crack my tooth. I gotta go to the dentist and get it redone. All right, should be good here. Why did it do that? There we go. Looks like no, that's not that. Kind of got here just in enough time to kind of just roll by and check you guys can see it here to the left, profiles of a lot of see like this big ass Setacentia here. Some Sable Mauritia formis, and more Setacentia. Some dying zombie. Those are all zombies. Look how old they are. Ancient. Gentiopsis. This place is clearly needs some a little more upkeep. That's just the front gate. And there's about 16 acres in there, so. This guy bought a house here, and he gets so many people to say that they come by and they just come to look and turn around. Luckily, they know my car, so they know that I'm not just a stranger, I guess. Okay, Bob, sounds good, man. I should be on for a while. Everywhere, so cups. What do you mean, Eric? Oh, yeah, solo cups. Yeah, it just needs to be trimmed up, I guess. All right. I just need to not disclose the exact address of that place. It is a client of mine, and just say he has very good lawyers, and I don't really want him to get upset and do something. Not that I'm doing anything illegal, it's just that I don't want him to get upset, that's all. Alright. Yeah, I just shaved my head. I haven't been out in the sun very much, so I'm pretty pale. That's what happens when you're Irish. Alright, I'm gonna... There, that might be better. Now it's more centered. Yeah, that is a problem. It's funny you mentioned that, David. First of all, I got the GPS locations almost on point. I've watched so many episodes of Live PD lately. I don't know why. It's just so easy to watch. Like when I'm eating, I'll sit down and kind of just watch Live PD stream. Really haven't taken good care of these Royals. I've been coming here for almost 12 years now, 11 and a half. All right, heading up the road. The storm seems to be. It didn't look as bad as it was looking yesterday. So, but from my experience, everything's subject to change. You know how it is. Oh, more rain. 4 locations. Oh, with the hurricanes? Yeah. Whoa. That's pretty intense. They had live PD in Volusia County? I didn't know that. Or was that not in Deltona? Oh yeah, it's true. What do you use do you use like a Mach 3? I use a Fusion 5, but Mach 3s are just easier to get around in places, so. Gas mileage we can get here. You want to see me collect little Washingtonia seeds? They're so small, you have to have someone hold the camera while I did it. I considered shaving. I was using a straight razor, like a safety razor. And I remember that commercial, and I was like, man, I mean, why is this happening? And I just thought, I don't know. If they make a good product, I'm not gonna. They really kind of dramatized the whole shaving process, which was kind of ridiculous. What kind of seeds are you trying to pick, Terrence? Why is this camera wanting to move? Sorry, just trying to straighten it out for you guys. You must just have a weevil issue, I guess, in your area. There we go. Got his lights on and all. Good work. I just think it's got the speed limit. I should have passed him, but. No, I never saw that. I don't really haven't watched Cops in a while. YPD is a little bit different. I don't know why. It's climbing on my toes. Let's see if we can't pass this guy. Bye-bye, econ mode. Oh, I love the 282 horsepower in this thing. A lot of people make fun of this vehicle because it's not technically a truck, but it's faster than a truck. It tows the same amount as a truck. It has more room than most trucks, and it drives better than a truck. And it's cheaper than a truck, than like a Tacoma, with the same equipment in it. So I don't really know what the problem is. And it's a Honda. Yeah, I just don't need a full-size truck. I really don't even need. I mean, I barely need a mid-size truck. I don't haul big plants, and if I do, I can just rent one of those. Yeah. I mean, this thing's pretty fast. I went to go pick up my sister from a bar one night about 2 weeks ago, and with her boyfriend, and they just didn't want to drive home, thankfully. And there's these two girls in a 2500 diesel Chevy, and they're like, "Oh, that's a cute truck," and I was like, "Yeah, thanks. It gets good gas mileage." They're like, "Oh, we're just messing with you. We like that thing." He's like, "Do you want to race?" And I'm like, "Nah, there's two cops hanging out right at the stoplight there, and you're not going to win anyway." So, yeah, I think a lot of them just don't think about it in the moment. They kind of, why is this drooping? Stop it. I've been pulled over probably between 25 and 30 times in my life. I've gotten 2 tickets. Illegal seed collecting zone. Which road in Venice? David, they came out with the passport again in 2019, right? The passport is now a shorter, sportier version of the Pilot. It has the same engine as this, but it just isn't the same. Any Washingtonia seed collecting is legal. Yeah, check it out, man. It looks a lot like the Pilot. It's 6 inches shorter than the Pilot. It just doesn't have the third row seating. It basically looks like a cut down Pilot. I mean, there really isn't. It has the same front end as the Ridgeline and the Pilot, but it's just shorter. But it's actually more expensive. I'm not really sure why though. It has the same options. You can get the all-wheel drive, but my mom had a friend that had an Isuzu, he had a Honda Passport, because the Honda Passport and the Isuzu Rodeo are the same vehicle. Why is this continuously? Okay. It was like a 2000 or 2001. It's a good vehicle. It was a real truck. It wasn't like an SUV, but not a big deal. It's still. This thing can tow the same amount as a Tacoma. I mean, basically, it can tow 5,000 pounds easily, versus a Tacoma 6,000. And a Frontier, I think, can tow 5,500. It has more horsepower, though. How bad that was. I'm trying to remember where that is, Zach. Let me think about that for a second. Sucks. Now, Bobby, actually, small Palms are actually go through hurricanes relatively easily because they have so little wind resistance. They're like seedling. I don't even bother messing with like seedlings. They can just stay where they are. You'll be fine. It's the bigger plants with higher wind resistance you have to worry about. Unless you have a palm that has like a 1 gallon Joey would be a problem. But almost any pinnate palm should be fine. Yeah, I know that. Zach likes the whole hurricane warning issued pen. It's like, attention. We need your attention. Hurricane warning imminent. Oh. Yeah, Bobby, that'll be fine. That won't be a problem. Because they're still in a strap leaf stage. Sorry, for some reason this magnet doesn't want to hold the phone as straight as I'd like for it to be. Tell me if it looks a little bit crooked. I just have to focus on the road a lot of the time. Sunday night looks like a good night for vlogging. We're getting in 40 mile. Cops love to hang out here because right past this light becomes 40 miles an hour. I have been pulled over right here at midnight coming home from my nursery. It's hard to explain to a cop that you're coming home from your nursery when it's like after midnight. Oh, good. You germinated Copernicia. Very nice. And then a couple Thronics are doing well too. That's great to hear. It's Miami Avenue. Oh, yeah, okay. Jesus. Zach, if you put any more red dots, I swear, you're going to blind me. Yeah, that does suck, the lethal bronzing. There's not a whole lot that can be done about it. Hey, Chris, what's going on, man? I don't know what's going on here with this saying an arrow pointing to the right. Because I just left the lights on. Is that a street? I guess it's a street sweeper. Yeah, it's not running right now, thankfully. Still don't know why it's just tilting a little bit. I might have to get a new clamp one so it will hold a little bit better. I know it still looks okay. These wheels look so much better. There's a lot of Washingtonians on the left side. You can see Zach. 15. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not because there's something that can be done about it. It really is just something that is good to report. I think the best thing to do is to wait and see what IFAS says. I think they already have a statement out about it, which is a extension service of the University of Florida. It's like their environmental science. I forget what it stands for, but they're very good at what they do. Remember that. All these bumps. Sorry, I'm trying to just settle this thing. That was probably the Tacoma I would have bought if I wanted a Tacoma, but they're kind of cramped and they feel like you're driving a new car with like 90s like comfort. Leafhoppers, transmit disease. Okay, it's a phytoplasma. All right, interesting. There's just so many exotic things, species. I don't know if it's a native species that does it, but when you introduce so many species of, whether it be, a bacteria, virus. Zach, when I ship things, it'll go priority, so it'll be like probably maximum of 3 days. It could come in 2 because you're in, but if you're in Memphis, it would definitely come in 2, but because you're out in the country, it might take an extra day. This is a good time of the night to be going. Yeah, the rare stuff, it seems to affect a lot of. Oh, single. Okay. Ooh, I don't know if you guys saw that lightning over there. Yeah, the weight of the package I'm sending Zach is, I can't even send it first class. So over when you're doing it commercially, like in a business account, you can ship up to I don't know, it's 16 or 19 ounces first class, but after that it has to go priority. But they're essentially almost the same price at that point, so you might as well just go priority. Okay, you bring a truckload, man, you could just start dumping it off by the, I don't know if that's the best thing to do, but these condos still haven't gone up. It's a little shocking. It's been months. Are there over 100 types of native palms native to the Caribbean? Yeah, there are, because there's like 80 just in Cuba alone. Another 12 or so in. There might be 100 just in Cuba. But the rest of the Caribbean probably has another 100. Florida has about a dozen. Yeah. That's take out some of the competition. Mike Evans is a great resource. This is my least favorite town to drive through during this whole setup. Hey Chris, what's going on? Chris Fallon, that is. The thing about Hyophorba indica is not that it's too like cold sensitive. It just doesn't seem to like our soils. It doesn't grow. When I planted one in Venice, it just didn't grow well. And they don't do very well in a lot of areas. Now I've seen it, like John DeMott had a nice one growing in Miami. I've seen a couple nice ones in Miami, but it wasn't because it was warmer. It was just, it might be the soil. Like they really like that limestone. Because I've seen them try to grow and they they seem to just dwarf out. It's kind of like Arcanta Phoenix purpurea. They just don't like our climate of some sort. Yeah, there's not that many native palms. There's probably in the 4,000s now species of palms. There used to be like 35 or 3,800, but so many new species since I probably last read that. It's in the hundreds for the Caribbean, and it's well over 1,000 for like the Americas. So yeah, Wikipedia. Although I have some friends that have contributed to Wikipedia, and they do a decent job. Some people will just post things that they may not know. They know a decent amount about, but they really don't know like the point of like being an expert on the subject. 239. Vuaniwala Girardii. That's a palm of times past. You cannot get the seed of that palm anymore. It's banned from export from Madagascar about 11, 12 years ago. There are some around. They're quite sizable now. If ones that are still around, they're going to be quite expensive. You're probably looking at like $100 to $200 per gallon. You're watering your kudzu? Hey, David, Steve Stern, I was going to say, he has good palms, but the reason he has good palms is because he buys them from other people and resells them. They're probably from Dale Holton. Oh, no, I know you're joking, Chris. Kudzu needs no help. See, I just don't get it. Why have a red light and then have it turn green only to hit another red light? Just... Thank you. Yeah, there are no sables native to South America. The southernmost sable is going to be sable. God, what is the name of the new species they found? It grows in Aruba and Curacao and Bonaire. Someone type in new sable species. It's called, what is the name of that thing? Another red light, just big WTF. Trick to keep Neovicia. Yeah, Eric, I have them germinating. A lot of them have like 1-2 inch roots now. Yeah, Jeff Stroh buys a lot of stuff from Jeff Marcus. In fact, everybody buys stuff from Jeff Marcus and grows it up. I like Jeff Marcus is a great grower. I just prefer to grow from seed. I feel like there's as a person who enjoys growing from seed, there's just more of a margin of, because when you're buying wholesale, you're paying a larger price for a larger plant, but there's kind of a quantum percentage wise as far as taking a seed and turning into a living being. There's a higher price paid for that, but not a lot of people want to do that. They want to sell bigger plants because a lot of end users want a plant to put in the ground. I like selling, growing from seed and growing it into a seedling and selling that to wholesalers. So that's like Sable antilensis. That's the newest species, and it's a pretty cool looking sable too. That's the southernmost growing sable. Sable Yapa grows into Central America, but not that far south. Yeah, Jeff Marcus is a wholesaler, and if you ever talked to him before, he's so knowledgeable, but he's a true wholesaler, meaning if you buy like $150 worth of plants for him and they're all different species, he's not going to make it a priority to send your stuff out. He has people that buy thousands of dollars worth of stuff and 100 of one species, and that's what he sells them for. Because if you're gonna, let's say you're gonna buy, I don't know, let's just say you're gonna buy a lot of a lot of Coke. You're not going to go to the Coke factory. I mean, I'm sorry. Say you want to buy like Coke, Pepsi. You want to have all different varieties of Coke products, and so there's like colas. You're not going to go to like a wholesaler with a tractor trailer and be like, can I get one of each? Marcus is essentially for Palms. So yeah, it does look very cool. It's a very thick trunk and it does taper. It's surprising they didn't find it, considering Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao have been inhabited by, well, even Europeans for 5 centuries plus. Yeah, I guess about 5 centuries. Yeah, good prices. It just means of the Antilles. AGD. Yeah, Chris, if you have Copernicia berteriana, or that's really the only Copernicia that probably doesn't like full sun at young size. I mean, I put them in blazing sun. They can go in the shade. You can tell how much sun a Copernicia's been in when how floppy its first strap leaf is. If it folds over, bends over quite a bit, then it's going to be, in a shadier position. Because I have Hospita I grew in sun and shade, and the full sun ones are like, almost straight up. Great. Okay, that's good. Thank you for that. Yeah, they do grow up in the mountainous areas of those islands, and so it's quite windy up there. Welcome to Palmetto Mart. Yeah, Chris, he's got so many. He's got a lot of palms. He has so many seed of that. He can't even sell. He can't sell it because then he's selling it against his own. Ooh, that guy just popped a serious wheelie. It went for about 100 yards there. Oh yeah, there's still undiscovered species for sure. Jesus, that guy was for sure going. He's U-turned into like 3 lanes of traffic that were still going and hitting every light here in Port Charlotte. Not sure why. That's the music I was hearing coming from the bike. And another red light. Jesus. Finally, and then most of the... Oh, not even out of... Yeah, it's very weird. It has the aspects of a Caribbean sable, but it's just an odd plant. I think most people just thought it was a variation of Causiarum, but someone was like, you know what? Let's take a look at this. I think that's why it kind of went as like a not a newly named species or distinct species. I can't visit Miami Avenue tonight, Zach, because I'm gonna go visit my mother, and I haven't eaten dinner, so I have to go get food. I gotta unpack and eat and stuff. But there's Washingtonia. You're not gonna be able to see anything anyway. Yeah, that's Tahina, Bob. That was actually newly discovered in 2006. Seed became available in late 07, early 08. I grew 100 from seed. I had about 85 germinate, and a lot of the ones that you see, the big ones over from that first seed batch that I got, and other people got the seed batch too. I wasn't the only person. I actually posted picture of a seed and seedling in on Facebook because I wasn't sure what the species was. I usually don't do that. I usually know what it is, but someone who knows more about stuff like Burchardia. Yeah, Bob. I've actually grown some Caryotas, some fishtail, solitary fishtails that have flowered and died. The ones at Ashley's house, the top stalks flowered. The Midas flowered, so they chopped them down since I've been gone. Thankfully, I didn't have to do it. So. Yeah, he has a Tahina video. I think Jeff has a great collection. I think his ability to explain a lot of things not necessarily there, but I know his son's really good with the video. So it does, Bob. But for some reason here, it doesn't really flower, so it doesn't ever really die here. The genera that are going to die after flowering, meaning monocarpic, are going to be Caryota, Orenga, Wallachia, Corifa, Tahina. Probably not my number ones that I can't think of at the moment. Corifa, yeah. Let's keep on keeping on here. Maybe this red light scourge will stop here. Not be riding my bike this time of night in this weather. But yeah, my friend had one that they have a problem with Ganoderma as well, unfortunately. Ganoderma tends to affect both palmate and pinnate palms. Oh yeah, Terrence. Causiarm and Domingensis are likely two variants of the same species. I was told that by a botanist. I'm not going to name him in case he doesn't decide to publish that or lump him. Bermudana is a little bit different. It's being from Bermuda. It has a little bit different structure to its leaves, a lot more distinct. It's a little bit shorter and stouter. Those Domingensis and Causiarm are much bigger plants. The white line over at the median. What do you mean? That's just another white line. Just the edge of that side of the road. This is a 6-lane highway with a median in the middle, and it's probably the angle of the camera that makes it look like I'm driving much over the line. Why are they more collectible? Because they're a little harder to acquire. They grow a little bit more slowly. They have a distinctive look about them that is unlike many other palms. I think Cuba's kind of the king of the palm world in many ways, and they're actually relatively cold hardy. So I see. Yeah, I can tell if there's like if you show me a Mexicana or you show me a Palmetto, it's a little bit easier. They're just Mexicana is like a bigger version of Palmetto, kind of in every way. Or if you put like Mexicana, I mean, it depends on if they're all mature, I'll be able to tell. When they're juveniles, it's a lot harder. I have to see seeds and stuff too. I didn't see what happened here. That was a good one, Eric. Sorry. That was good. There used to be so many trees here, and they're all gone. I remember when this racetrack wasn't even here. Northport, what has happened to you? They cleared this whole area. Everyone's getting cleared for more and more things. Don't need to be here. This used to be just a 4-lane road. Our life was a lot simpler. Yeah, honestly, all those variations are really just variations of, in my opinion, Sable Mexicana, or hybrids of Sable Mexicana. It's okay. That's just my opinion. I drove through, like, coastal Texas, and I saw a lot of that in person, and I just don't see a lot of difference. Yeah. There might be because people were, that whole corridor between like Houston down into Mexico. Back in the day, there was just no one cared about plants moving back and forth. So you had seeds of things, and so it was more for cycads. But a lot of plants went internationally through the area, and so you're gonna have a lot of hybrids going through there. They're being planted concurrently. Stuff here, man. Northport used to be just a sleepy kind of town. None of this was here. I mean, I wish, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Chrysophylla warzawicki. I had a ton of seed of that. Yeah, Sable Riverside's not a real species. Sable rosei, I don't believe is a real vowel binomial. Sable texensis is just Sable Mexicana across a Palmetto, in my opinion. I don't know. Probably the person that named it is Czech, so they probably named it in their native language. There's always a cop letting this median too. I got pulled over for doing 51 and a 45 here at 2:30 in the morning. Coming home from a poker game. It's like, what are you doing out so late? I'm like, I didn't know it was illegal to be out this late. I didn't say that, but I was like, I basically said, I understand you're looking for drunk people. I'm not drunk. He's like, yeah, I guess you're not. Like, let me just run your license anyway. Yeah, none of those are valid binomials. They may be stable hybrids, but they're not valid species. Bits of red on them, huh? Like red tomentum? That's a county truck. What are they doing here? What are they doing on Sunday night? There used to be this dive bar in this hotel over here where the Foxy Lady is. I've showed you guys here in Northport, but I think they got rid of it. Too many bar fights. Huh. Looks like a look at that. Yeah, Tamaulipas is a province in northern Mexico. It's the province across the way from Brownsville, Texas. So really, it's just probably a variety of Mexicana. Might be slightly hybridized with, like, there are a couple of sable species which are like just basically unknown but are still valid binomials, like sable gretheri, sable pumos. People never talk about them. Where's this guy going in a big hurry? Over here, the Chevron. I used to work at a pawn shop, and I found, or it's a Marathon now, but it used to be a Chevron, and I was all the way up on University in Sarasota. That's about 35 miles away. I got a call from a friend that said that this girl that I knew, she was really drunk. She said she went to go get some more beer at the gas station, but she couldn't start her car. And I was like, do not try to start your car. She said it was closed, so she was just in the back seat, or just sitting there. I was like, do not try to start your car. Just sit there with the keys out of the ignition. She's like, okay, I promise I won't move. So I drive all the way down the I-75. And she didn't even tell me which gas. She hung up, and she didn't tell me which gas station she was at. But there are only so many gas stations in Northport on 41. So I get off of the interstate up here, River Road, drive down, start looking for a vehicle. It was a Ford Explorer. Finally, I see a Ford Explorer just parked at a gas pump that's closed. And I go over and I look around and I knock on the window, and she like freaks out. And she's like, "Oh, you're here." I was like, "Yeah, I'm here." She's like, "Can you help me try and start the car?" I'm like, "Well, we'll see if it works." I get the key in the ignition, and basically what had happened was the key, you know how like steering wheels will lock and the ignition cylinder will lock if you hit the turn a little bit to get it to go? That's what had happened. I got it to run. She's like, "Oh, great, I can go home now." I'm like, "There's no way you're driving home." I parked the car in the parking lot nearby and gave her a ride home. She doesn't remember any of that. So, little Florida woman story there. Yeah, there's variations of civil minor as well. Okay, I really gotta water the plants, but I'm still about 10-12 minutes out from my mom's place. Warning. Is there a hurricane warning going on there, Zach? Are you okay? Do you require assistance? Oh, I don't know about that. Let me take a closer look at, I see people put that up as, a species for sale, or they want to know if it's Tamaulipas. I don't know. It could just be that they basically like wither and wash away right away. Miner's pretty good about getting rid of its old petioles really fast, or old fronds. But like the North Carolina, the Bald Head Island, and the Louisiana varieties are typically larger because there's more rain in that area than there is, say, in like coastal Florida. Because it can get pretty dry by the coast. Zach, what I'm going to try and do is get a hold of one of my clients that has a great silver Serenoa collection. See if I can't harvest the seed. I did last year. I I had a couple thousand seed of like really pure silver Serenoa. Oh, hey David, I saw you texted me. I can't respond without killing the stream, but or pausing it at least. But I'll check it out when I get up. I got so many messages about plants tonight that Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Yeah, are they silver right off the bat? Because I never germinated any of them. You want green Serenoa? I can do that. Great, you guys both got them. That's good. That is a hardy plant. The only thing it does not like is being transplanted from the ground to the ground. So once you plant it, it's got to stay in the ground. I mean, in the pots you can do that, but man, I'm going. This used to be 55-mile-an-hour zone. I'm still used to that, but this is how everybody in Northport gets to work in Sarasota every day. Good news of my mom is that she has gotten to the point where she can now basically get around on her own, but can't live on her own, so she's going into a much nicer facility. This facility isn't bad, but this was the new one. The new one has it looks like a really nice hotel. This one looks more like a hospital. So yeah, St. Lucie, Martin, and Palm Beach, North Palm Beach County are going to have those really nice silver. That's where it's native to. They call it the Hutchinson Island variety. Jupiter Island has some of it. Hutchinson Island, there in St. Lucie and Martin County. Yeah, if you water the hell out of them, they will grow. There are some palms I had to dig out of the ground, like they're in pots they had rooted in at the house in the Cape, because Ashley didn't realize that they were rooting in the ground. It's like, oh, I can pick that up, and she goes to pick it up and just almost starts, snaps her neck trying to do it. I can't stand the sound of turn signals. The only reason I have it on here is because this road is a heavier or a higher speed road, and there's no division between the turn lane and the straight. Well, I mean, there's an extra lane, but there's no division. This used to be a 2-lane road. It was just my 02 Mustang GT out here and just Venice has a climate much like Stewart, for example. I think I am, Eric. The reason I didn't do it for such a long time is just I really was I don't know I really have anywhere to go. And I'll be going back at the latest on Thursday back to Cape Coral. So Ashley works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Thursday night she gets off work, and that's when we meet. So Zach, why don't you want the silver variety? Palmettos are of interest to you. Well, let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can get you some special ones. Foxtails and habitat do not. Oh God. It looks like I'm gonna guess that Wawa's gonna be on the menu tonight because Culver's. I'll tell you this, I went to Culver's last night because not to eat dinner. We had Kumo's, or the Japanese steakhouse, for dinner. I had a Groupon with Ashley and Emma, and then we were like still hungry, so we decided to go to Culver's like about an hour later. And I already ate the fish. I ordered the fish there 2 nights ago, but I had a coupon, buy one get one free stuff, and I ordered a vanilla malt, and that was not buy one get one. It was like I said, I gave the buy one get one to them, and I go to like drink it, or whatever you want to. I suck on the straw as hard as I can, which is great. I mean, I'm glad that it was not freshly made, but it was like nothing but vanilla. It tastes like vanilla syrup, and I brought it back in. And I'm like, man, this thing is so sweet. Like it's almost impossible to drink. And he's like, well, that's malt's gonna have more malt powder. It's gonna be sweeter. I'm like, yes, I understand. He was about like half my age. I was like, I've drunk plenty of these in my life. Like this is way too sweet. Like this is just straight sugar. And he's like, well, I can make you something else, but I just have to charge you for it. I'm like, so you're telling me that like when I come in here and you make something wrong, that that it's gonna be on me then? I mean, you guys see how often I go to Culver's. Like the guys there know me. It's like, you're gonna really charge me $4.50 for another shake? Like, he's like, yeah, my boss is cracking down. I'm like, all right. And he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm like, it's okay. I just won't get any more malts from here. Yeah, Pinellas County, especially the southeastern corner, is pushing 10B. It's a cool 10B, but still in the wintertime, but it's still a 10B. All right, guys, so I'm almost to my mom's now, so it's gonna be another minute or so. Oh man, with 15 people on too, that really sucks that I have to. I wonder if I shouldn't go get food first and then go see my mom. It's probably better to go see my mom. I gotta use the bathroom and stuff. Yeah, Chris knows the zone, but I'd say areas like Largo are more like a 10A, and then once you get into Tarpon Springs, it probably goes back to 9B again. Yeah, good to see you guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry I couldn't be longer. 15 people, and I really wish that I could keep on going, but I am back at the house. Or back in town, I should say. My voice is kind of gone from just being a little bit dehydrated and talking a lot. So yeah, I'll see. There we go. I could drive with the light on for like a half mile. But yeah, the coughing is really for I have a dry throat. You can probably hear it. I might go live when I go get some food, but it's not going to be that long. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's obviously from vaping too, but I haven't been vaping that much, so I don't really think that's the major culprit there. Let me make sure I can get inside first. Yeah, Dunedin's there. Further north, once you get into like Hudson, Newport Richey, that area, it's definitely a zone 9. I mean, a warm zone 9, but still. Yeah, David, I stopped smoking in 2015, summer of 2015. All right, let me just check and make sure I can get in here real quick. Park right up front. So they kind of changed the codes. Yeah, so they changed the code to get in. Didn't tell me what it is. I'm gonna have to call my mom real quick if you guys want to hold on. And it'll pause while I call her. Let me see here. Oh, I got a bad headache. All right, hold on a sec. Let me see what she's up to. If she's watching her shows and stuff, I might not necessarily go. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. All right. So my mom is watching her shows, so I'll be on for a little bit longer. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what to get to eat. Guess I could get Culver's again. I think I'm just gonna get Wawa. Why does it? There we go. Oh man, I walked out and it's got this mean headache going on. Not ideal. Oh man. This is basically like, this is independent living, but these people live right next to like all assisted living. It's kind of, these houses look identical, every single one. So, it's cold. Could get Chinese food, but I don't know if that's such a good idea. I could also go to Publix. Also go to Publix. Decisions. I think I'm just gonna go shopping tomorrow and then just get Wawa tonight, I think. I know, right? Get all disruptive. I think that Merritt Island is definitely a zone 10. All parts of it. I think that most of like the Central Coast there is like a low zone 10 from Cocoa Beach down through to like Fort Pierce, and you're kind of more in a solid zone 10 around there. I don't really go to that. I really don't go to Melbourne, Fort Pierce, Port St. Lucie very much. So someone from around there could really shed some more light on that. Yeah, like Coco's is zone 9, Titusville, Mims, probably Melbourne too. Vero Beach is probably pushing is probably a zone 10. Probably somewhere around there is kind of like the line. Maybe I should just go to Culver's. Killer headache. up on these people here. Alright, so hopefully the other guys will be able to see me while I'm in there, but okay. Just keep it running. There we go. Alright, I'll be back. Alright. Man, freaking dizzy from sitting in one place. Just having a bad headache. What's going on, everyone? Hey. Can I confirm? I remember back in like the mid 90s, Chicago got really, really cold. I got below zero pretty much everywhere except for Florida and, you know, the normal places you wouldn't expect to go below 0 Fahrenheit. Messed up a little bit here. You guys see this new fad with new vehicles? They have like their emblems lit up now. Let me twist this a little bit. There we go. Alright, so we got about between 5 and 10 minutes until I get home. So my mom was watching her shows and my head is thumping. I'm gonna miss this light too. Well, no more turns. Thank you. Sorry, I'm sure people have died from cold pretty much every state in the nation, I can imagine. Michigan definitely being one of them. So I got a chicken salad sandwich, chicken salad BLT. I don't know if you guys ever had Zapp's potato chips, but they're the best potato chips ever. And you won't be able to convince me otherwise. Hey Dylan, what's going on? Just got back to Venice, just eating some food. Yeah, Tallahassee's gone below 0. I don't think Jacksonville will see below 10 ever again. Just from the, I forgot when I hit 7, it probably had only half the population it does now, so. At Key West hitting 41 is pretty insane. I think there's a guy, his name was Walt Darnell, and he was in the Navy in Key West, and he said he remembers it being 44 degrees one night when he was there in the 60s. That is cold for anywhere in the Keys, much less Key West. Bob, as far as I know, LA has hit 30 multiple times, but I looked around and Malibu has actually never recorded a freezing temperature. But I think LA's low. I think LA proper hasn't gotten below 30. And San Diego somewhere around that too. I bet it's gotten below that in the 19th century, but today LA would probably never see a freezing temperature again. Now, outlying areas can get easily into the teens. But yeah. I bet. I didn't even sleep that well in Cape Coral. I don't know why. It's a nicer bed. Those Marquis do not have seeds. Oh, Zach might sell you one. A Moose Sebastian that is unique. Yeah, Malibu is very mild because the way the mountains right behind it hold all the cold air off. I can't find a temperature below 33 Fahrenheit. As far as I know, that's the only true continental location in the United States that has not seen a freezing temperature. But in the summertime, it doesn't really get that warm. A high of 75 is pretty normal. That Santa Barbara area, once you get off of like Santa Monica, even along the coast there in San Diego, stuff, it just isn't that hot of an area, but you just get 5 miles inland and it gets real hot. So That's why those areas, the interior areas of like, LA and San Diego weren't really settled until they kind of had to be settled. Because San Bernardino sees 100 degrees all the time, where LA it's quite rare, and it's like the record high in Santa Monica has never even hit 100. So yeah, 85 was pretty. 83, 85, 89, 77 were all brutal years for Florida. But then there was 96 and 01. And then for 10 years there wasn't any, and then there's 2010, 2011. And that's been about it as far as cold snaps, at least in Florida. I don't think it's because the ocean's colder. I think it's just because all the cold air that comes down through Northern California gets trapped by the mountains there, and a lot of the Malibu is situated kind of on some hills, so all the cold air filters away the stuff that does come around. God. Hey, Anthony, I see you there. Starting to get some love in Brevard. Good. Yeah, I'm going to be watching the next couple of days, see what happens. Yesterday, a lot of the tracks brought it like right over to the Keys or over the peninsula of Florida, so I am very interested in that. Zach is Tennessee Palms. Yeah, man, I know you've been having that. I'm sure you've tried a few medications, but that really sucks. I know what it's like. Oh yeah, weren't you stationed there in the Navy, David? Oh man, I-45. As far as I know, the only town on those islands is Avalon. I can't remember, but I want to say that it has not recorded a freezing temperature either. Maybe 34. Such a weird area, those Channel Islands. They used to be privately owned. Now they're most of them are like a wildlife refuge. All right, so I'm getting here to my sister's house now. So I'll have to say goodbye now, even though I tried to say goodbye 15 minutes ago, but I guess it wasn't happening. I just have a really bad headache. Mouth is really dry. Probably need to drink some more water. Yeah, colder oceans will make for a milder climate. Not a warmer climate, just a more moderated climate, I should say. David, as far as I know, the record low for Venice is 23, and for Cape Coral, I think is like 25 or 26. But Cape Coral, back when those were recorded, was like a third of the size it is now, if not less. So, all right. So I am home. Well, I'm back in Venice. I want to call it. I'm probably about to. Yeah, I'm almost out of power too. So even if I wanted to stay on. Oh, wow, Bob, I didn't know you were 17. All right, guys. Wow, there's so much. I'll let you guys go for now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the near future. All right. See you guys.